All right. So another example, we're still talking about tips. And in this example, I want you to pause the video and see if you're able to figure out what the tip amount would be. But Amy wants to tip her hairstylist $20 for the haircut that costs $48. What is her total bill with the tip? And we can use any strategy. So pause the video, see if you can figure it out. And then once you feel like you have the answer, go on and replay the video and follow along with us. All right. So let's go on and see if we can solve this. So the first thing I want to do is know what the cost is for the bill. It's $48. And then the tip, I know that I want to pay 20%. And I need to know what the total amount is going to be. Excuse me. All right. So when we talk about a tip in the bill, remember, we're just adding those two together, the bill amount and the amount of the tip. And then we add those together for us to come up with the total that needs to be paid. Okay. So I gave you guys some other strategies in previous videos. If you needed to, you can go back and look at those, but we're going to move more towards our formula. So we've got two different formulas that we can use. We can use one if we have the percent, and then we can also use one if we have the decimal. Okay. So I am first going to start off with our percent, and then we'll solve using the decimal formula. So to solve it using the percent, we need the sales amount or the bill amount, which is 48. And we're going to multiply it by the tip amount, which is 20. And then you're going to divide that by 100. So 48 times 20. I know that 48 times 2 is 96. And then I add a zero. So 48 times 20 is actually going to give me 960. You can do the math if you need to. But I know that 48 times 20 is 96, and then add a zero behind there. And then we're going to divide that by 100. Okay. So we have 960 divided by 100. And I could use base 10, but 960 divided by 100 is going to give me 9.6 because I'm just going to move my decimal two places. Right. So, and that's what we have here. So the tip amount is going to be $9.60. It only gives us a six, but remember we're talking about dollars and cents, so we need two places after the decimal. All right, and then to find out the total amount that needs to be paid, all you have to do is add in the amount of the tip with the bill amount. So we just need to add the $48 plus the $9.60, and we should come out with $57.60 is what she needs to pay. Now, if you want to do the preferred method that I like to just convert my percent into a decimal. I know that to convert 20% into a decimal, I'm going to drop my percent sign and go to where my decimal is. Remember, every number has a decimal. So the decimal in this case is after the zero. So I'm going to drop my percent sign and go to where the decimal currently is and move it two places to the left. So 1, 2. Okay. So it looks like 0.20. I'm just going to put a zero over here. Okay. So that's 20%. So all that I have to do is say 48 times 20% or 2 tenths or 20 hundredths, if we want to say it that way. And then you should still come out with the same thing, which is going to be $9.60. Okay. So we'll have 48 times zero point 0.2, and we come out with 9.6. Okay, remember that we have to add that zero so that we have dollars and cents. So see how much we saved by just converting our percent sign into a decimal and then just using multiplication. We come out with the tax or the surcharge or the markup if we're talking about percentages. Now I just need to add that in, which would take me back to where I was here. So 48 plus the $9.60, that still gives me $57.60.